What is up, guys? It's your boy James, aka Triple J 755 here, and today is a very exciting day. Today, you'll be taking a look at Canada's Wonderland.
We're the track masters. Just slow down, we go faster. Hey, we aim for the rails. We're the gravity blasters. Hey, we are children of steel. This is our anthem. We are the Ride Warriors of Canada's Wonderland.
So, how did I end up all the way in Canada? Well, a few months ago, my family started planning a trip to Niagara Falls via Erie. And so, at first I thought about going to Marineland, but I heard that Dragon Mountain sometimes closed. So I thought, well, as an alternative, I can go to Canada's Wonderland. You know what? Let's just go to Canada's Wonderland. So I'm here today with all these very polite Canadians. That's right. I've never met a Canadian that I didn't like. But here's a question. Where are the polar bears? Where are the polar bears? I thought every Canadian has a pet polar bear. Why does anyone have a polar bear?
If we catch a Canadian smuggling syrup, how should we handle their polar bear? The same way we handle everything else. Have you forgotten about the Second Amendment?
Maybe they left their polar bears at their igloos. Yeah, that seems more logical, actually. They left their polar bears at their igloos. In Canada, they don't have houses. Everyone just lives in an igloo. I have all day to spend here at Wonderland. My parents are okay with me spending the day here, even though it's about an hour and a half from Niagara Falls. But it's usually like 10 hours away from where I live, so it just magically became closer than where I actually live to my unofficial home park, Six Flags America. Yes. Right now I'm at 86 credits, and there's enough room for one of them to be 100, and I'm thinking about making it Leviathan. I'm gonna get to ride that before Fury, just so it's like an arc. Hopefully I can take some off-roads. I want to get going, of course. There's a lot to do and not much time, so I got a fast pass. That's right. So let's see how Canada's Wonderland works out. Very excited. This is the second top tier seafair park I go to this year alone. So let's take a look. Alright, I have redeemed my Euro Plan and Fastlane Plus. So now it's time for the first coaster of the day. This one! I think it's Wildebeest. Yes, very fun. Oh, Drop Tower, which I'm going to skip because I am a pussy. Wait. This is Canada. We're going to be polite here, all right? But not for long. How do I get to it? This is Canada. We are polite at Canada's Wonderland, all right? You uncultured Americans. Oh, I was about to take it on off-ride footage because I thought there was one train, but actually there's two, so I'm getting on the next one. Although I might be able to meme the chain here. Oh, sorry folks, no off-ride today. Alright, I just rode Grizzly Story wildebeest at Canada's Wonderland, which is I thought it was a mirror image. Actually, it's an exact clone of Grizzly at King's Dominion. Kind of a little joke I made. It wasn't bad, actually. I expected to be in my worst coasters list. But actually, it's a lot smoother than... It's not smooth, but smoother, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it definitely has a more boring scenery, if there is scenery at all, than Grizzly, but overall, it's like a better ride. I think I'll rank this above for now until Grizzly improves a little bit. Yeah, and I rode in the second to back row as well, so yeah, it's not as bad as people say. Or maybe I just developed a tolerance for the Grizzly clones, so there's that. First drop is my favorite part, of course, and I love the first turns though, where it looks like you're going to valley, where you're going really slowly. So this had almost no line on a somewhat crowded day. The line for Leviathan is huge. That makes me instantly grateful that I got a Fast Lane Plus for this. So, all right, I will stop this now so I can make my next plan. Drunken Fire. Yes. Ignore the fact that it says dragon. It's Drunken Fire. I'm going to use this, even though I'm probably not going to be needing it. Well, shoot. Oh, that's what. Oh, that's a top spin. Huh. Yeah, I miss Crypta King's Domain, so. Oh. Sorry, this ride is closed. Wait. Oh, that's not. Dragon Fire is this way. I am stupid idiot. Alright, I just got off Dragon Fire at Canada's Wonderland. Going on, I expected it to be very mediocre, but actually, it was quite a forceful aero custom looper. There was a little bit of straight track just after the first drop. Superman Ride of Steel style, which I'm used to. That drop is about tied with Dragon Mountain with my favorite first drop on a aero custom looper. Versions are quite forceful. I sat in the second to back row. There were some folks wanting to get the back, so I decided to get the second to back row. You know, in terms of ride experience, I might like it more than Anaconda, because Anaconda goes really slowly in the second half, but this is just good throughout. I got a little bit of jaw banging, but not as bad as on my front row ride on Dragon Mountain yesterday. It's an alright ride. Wow, both coasters I've ridden so far are underrated in a row, but not for long. Alright, I thought I was going to Behemoth. I'm actually going to Mighty Canadian Spinebuster. There's Yukon Striker, which I will make my 90th coaster cred. I am stupid idiot. A multiple of 10 is always a nice thing to do, so I will give that honor to Yukon Striker, which seems like the best dive coaster in the world and second best coaster here, besides Leviathan, of course. I might do Behemoth after that. There's also a wind sticker ride I might take a look at. Well, by take a look at it, I mean ride it, of course. Alright, I just got Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, and sorry that I'm not taking too many off-rides, just that the operations here are quite good, so by the time I get in the station, I should be on. Mine's kind of long, so I don't think I'll try again for a front. And why do I want to try again for a front? Well, first of all, what do I think of my King Mindbuster? It was an uncomfortable experience that I'd rather not do again.
It was an uncomfortable experience that I'd rather not do again.
Like, even the first drop, which even on roar is decent. Here, it just banged you around a bit. It's just not a fun roller coaster. I mean, I was in the far back, so maybe that explains part of it. And I guess I still have plenty of time. It hasn't been even an hour since I came here. Like, if Canada were to allow RMC to come into the park, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my game Spinebuster, but bye-bye. Now, should I try again for a front? Nah, I want to ride Yukon Striker. Oh, I forgot about this part. I had to get the same lift. You put your stuff in these crates and they go. I forgot about that part of the ride. That is so cool. Okay, here it comes. Alright, I got off Yukon Striker, the park's B&M dive coaster. Since your feet are on the floor, technically it's a dangling coaster as well.
It's a dangling coaster, which means that you're sitting in a chair with your legs dangling. It's a dangling coaster.
Dangling coaster.
It's a dangling coaster. It's a dangling coaster.
Dangling coaster.
It's a dangling coaster with your legs dangling.
So what did I think of my second dive coaster? Of course, the first job is fantastic. It's amazing. Is this the line right here? Wow, I'm getting good use of this fast pass. I think I'll try again for the front because I rode in the second row on the edge, and in the first few versions, that creates some good forces. What's up? Yeah. How you guys doing? Oh, this is supposed to be more like a microphone, but that works too, of course.
What's your YouTube channel?
James Shewan.
Pardon?
Huh?
What was it?
James Shewan.
Okay. My name's James Tim.
Oh yeah. There's another James. Woo!
Is that James and James and James too?
So we're going to look at the picture now. No peeking. That is against the rules. You know. Let's take a look. That looks so serious. I'm not sure why. Very edgy, of course. I do feel like, oh, that's a pretty good shirt on my butt. Later. It was quite a bit bumpier than Valraven. I'm not sure why. It was quite a bit bumpy. I understand some coaches have to shake a little bit to observe the forces, but I'm not sure what happened there. It's kind of bumpy, even though it's quite a bit newer. But I'm going to try again for a front to see if it's a little bit different. And if it was so bad, I wouldn't be rewriting it now, would I? Again, if you don't want the dive coaster, give it to Six Flags America. I will be happy to ride it over and over again. I don't see what enthusiasts have such a big beef with dive coasters. Oh, all right, I'm done. It's Canada. We have to be polite. Let's ride again. All right, I just rode Yukon Striker in the front row. It's about the same in quality in the front row. A tiny bit smoother, definitely, just like on Valraven. And I bought the on-ride photo. Except I lied. Well, sort of. Well, I got this photo pass, FunPix pass, to get unlimited digital photos for the day. So yeah, I'm going to get every single on-ride photo from this point onwards because they're all free, just like Canadian healthcare. Ha! I love Canada. All right, I went back to Yukon Striker shop because I wanted to figure out how to use the FunPix card, and I bought this shirt. At first, I noticed the front here looks pretty cool, but on the back it has something quite funny. It shows some statistics about the ride. Lift launch system chain lift hill. There is no colon there, so it's a lift launch system chain lift hill. Well, screw the business of the chain lift launch system. What is a lift launch system chain lift hill?
Well,
I don't know.
I've been looking for 40 years.
I'm speechless. Alright, I got in line for Behemoth well in the fast pass line. It looks like I skipped a significant line today. Oh. I would say I've saved at least an hour and a half thanks to this now. And the operator was singing, "If you're happy and you know it," to the guests. I wish I had footage of that, but I don't. So clearly, this must be a kiddie ride. Clear, because why else would they be playing kiddie music? Oh, that flat ride right next to Behemoth looks like it slaps. Alright, I just rode Behemoth. As theme park crazy says, you can never go wrong with a B&M Hyper. I really like Behemoth. That was a wonderful ride. I was in the air for several seconds at a time. In the very back row, right side, I love the look of the train with staggered seating. Not good for capacity, but for some reason, it just seems to give it more character than the standard B&M Hyper trains. It's not as good as Candymonium, but I might like it better than Nitro at Great Adventure. Yes, if that was good, I'm looking forward to Leviathan even more. Take a look at the photo. Alright, now I bought the photograph, so I'm gonna go try again in the front row, left side, to see if there are any differences. I have time. I can wait through this again. No problem. Okay, I just got Behemoth in the front left. Last time I rode in the back right, so I thought I'd do the opposite. Both are good. What's great about the front is that, like on that airtime hill that train is on, you're kind of forced forward and forward and forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. I also, on the lift hill, talked with some pretty cool people. It's always nice to make friends on a trip. I've made some subscribers at both Leviathan and here, as those people earlier. I tried to look very business-like in my photo, so I'm going to take a look and see how it went. Alright, I got thirsty, so I thought this was a good time to have lunch. I got some honey chicken strips and fries, and a drink called Nest Tea. I believe the American equivalent is Fuse. It's something I never heard of before, but when I tried it, I thought it was good. And some of these seagulls tried to steal some of my chicken. How dare you, seagulls? I thought I trusted you. Stupid, brutal Well, let's eat before they can get to it. I went to Planet Snoopy after eating lunch. I hear music that was in the Peanuts movie. I watched it a couple days before leaving for this trip. I'm pretty sure that was in the middle and the end of Peanuts movie. That's kind of good because it's Planet Snoopy, but for some reason, the Woodstock Express clone is called Ghoster Coaster, which is a cool name, I guess, but I'm not sure why they didn't just call it Woodstock Express to be consistent with the others. Maybe it's being kind of something to do with it. I'm working my way up back to more intense coasters once my food is digested. Right now I'm going to Boo Blasters on Boo Hill. Oh, what's this? It's All Engines Go, Thomas. No. This is a cursed TV. Alright, I got a score of, I believe, 540, so I'm a beginner blaster. Only a few more will be an amateur. Master Blaster is the top. Apparently, that was a game ride. It kind of broke, but then it was fixed when I waited a little bit. And now my food is fully digested, so I'm gonna try some of the coasters here while I'm here. Well, this is the line for Silver Streak, but I have to do it for the credits. Had I known it would have been this long, I would have skipped Boo Blaster so I could get here sooner. Yeah. I think the highway is over there, which sounds like a constant drone. Yep. Alright, I just got off Silver Streak at Canada's Wonderland. This is a Vekoma family dangling coaster.
It's a dangling coaster, which means that you're sitting in a chair with your legs dangling.
Dangling coaster.
It's a dangling coaster. It's a dangling coaster.
Dangling coaster.
It's a dangling coaster. It's a dangling coaster with your legs dangling.
Dangling coaster. My first of its kind. What do I think of it? Well, first of all, why is it blue? It's blue. Why is it blue? Okay, enough of the dinky. All right, we get it. It's funny. It's supposed to be silver, not even the supports are silver. All right, well, whatever. I was in the back, right, and what do I think? Well, it wasn't that great. I do prefer more intense suspended coasters or bird coasters or dangling coasters, of course. So, it's not my kind of ride, of course, but for what it is, it was all right. It was kind of bumpy, more bumpy than I was expecting. Although, what was I expecting? It's a Vekoma from the 90s.
No, 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 no.
I am stupid, idiot. If it smoothed down a bit and maybe a little bit taller, it would have been great. Although, for the kids, it's probably a big stepping stone roller coaster. So I'm happy for them. There's no headbanging, of course, since the over-the-shoulder strings are actually quite good, but not for long. It basically was only a lap in terms of pressure points. All right, I'm going to find Ghoster Coaster, then I'm going to go ride some more intense rides. All right, I just got off Ghoster Coaster. That was the longest time I've ever rode for a ridiculously tame ride. I checked, it was slightly less than 40 minutes. Had I known it would have been that long and not too great of a ride, I wouldn't have gone. At least I could get a picture. So what did I think of Ghoster Coaster? It has the exact same layout as Woodstock Express, although it's not as pretty and a bit more rough than Woodstock Express. But it was alright. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Now I'm going to get the heck out of Planet Snoopy. Alright, I just got off flight deck at Canada's Wonderland.
It's a dangling coaster, which means that you're sitting in a chair with your legs dangling. It's a dangling coaster. It's a dangling coaster. It's a dangling coaster. It's a dangling coaster with your legs dangling.
Which I'm very glad I had a fast pass for, because that was the longest line I've seen for an SLC so far. I saved like 20 minutes. Now, first of all, before I talk about my ride experience, sorry. I'm very, very sorry, alright? There are a couple words I have to use that aren't suitable for kids, alright?
Fuck the children.
I'm so sorry, but it must be said. That was by far the worst coaster I've ever ridden. It absolutely was terrible, even worse than Mind Eraser. Mind Eraser's first drop was actually decent, it was fine. But this one, by the time you leave the lift hill, it just smacks you on the head at every second. You feel like you're on a plane that's about to crash and burn to the ground. Every single second, no matter how defensive you ride, it just keeps punching you away. I do not want to be wrestled or kickboxed, right? I just want to ride a roller coaster. Seriously? Flight deck. You mean fuck deck. That's right, fuck deck. I officially call this fuck deck. Some other people call it flight dick. But I don't think that gets on my anger. I now call it fuck deck. Right? Fuck this room. I sat in the back, right row. I guess I was asking to be... What's up, guys? Careful, it's a headbanger. Man, I don't know why this has such a long line for an SLC. It was like 30 minutes I saw. Should be no more than 3. Just a walk on our station wait. And there's an even worse ride right next to it. Fuck this word. Fuck dick.
Shut up, James. Ow!
Alright guys, I had to get regular James out of the raid. Canadian James is back, alright? Sorry about that. Let's just continue on to our Why do I sound so British? I'm supposed to be Canadian, right? Let's just go. So after writing what American James says, fuck deck, I thought we would go a nice, calm ride. Alright? Let's just try with my British accent. Let's go on Time Warp. It's a flying coast. I'm sure it's amazing. By the way, my polar bear is named Icicle, and I love him. He's an adorable little polar bear. He's at my igloo right now, along with my gallons of stored maple syrup. Also, I am a professional hockey player, although that means nothing because everyone in Canada is a hockey player. Alright, so I just got off Time Warp at Canada's Wonderland. I don't know why I'm speaking British accent. I am Canadian, but oh well. Now, to Canada's Wonderland, I don't mean to offend. I really don't mean to offend your brilliant tribe, but I'm sorry. Now, my fellow Canadians, this is going to be a little bit harsh, so you might not want to continue if you're at work or you're watching with a child. This ride, I wasn't quite sure if I was safe in it. Like, it was up to you to figure out how to stand and bars. And like, at turns, when you're going through turns, it just slammed into your seat or into the restraints. Now, it wasn't as bad as I was thinking, but I was just mildly disappointed. That was not a particularly good ride. Like, again, I'm so sorry, Canada's Wonderland. I don't mean to make you feel sad or disappointed or angry, but this ride needs just a little bit of improvement. That's all. That's all we need here. Like, as much as I wanted the chance to try, I'm gonna choose not to ride again, just because it was just slightly uncomfortable. Again, I'm so sorry. So Derek, I have a question for you. So you know how we call the back lot stunt coaster at King's Dominion back coaster stunt lot? Well, here's an exact clone of it. Now what should we call this one? Back coaster stunt lot 2 electric boogaloo? Yeah, I think so. Let's go with that. Alright, I got off Canada's Wonderland's back lot stunt coaster. I almost said back coaster stunt lot. There are a couple things I noticed with this one. First of all, the helix in the garage is more intense than I remembered. I grayed out on this, I admit. And I love the dip. There's a sign that says dip, and you actually go into a pit of rocks. Sounds kind of cool. No fire effect though. I'm kind of disappointed, but maybe it's to save, I guess. And something I didn't like was the trim brake. The trim brake doesn't seem very necessary, but overall, it's pretty cool. I might rank this just above the King's Dominion one. I might even go again for the front just to compare and contrast, because I have until 8 here. Yeah, I have time to get to 100. Yeah, I'm sold on that. Thank God I don't have to wait through this line. Alright, I just got off Vortex at Canada's Wonderland. I thought this is going to be the best aero suspension that's still open in the world. Well, not exactly. It's a much shorter ride than I thought it was, but it was still quite solid. It was great. What was really cool was that their splash boats ride, I forget what it's called, it was splashing as soon as you made the turn right above it, and Yukon Striker was going into the tunnel at the same time as we were making the turn around it, so that was really cool. Made good forces. It was a little bit bumpier than Iron Dragon. It was still a good ride. I rode it in the second to front row left. So I'm gonna do it again for back row right. And look at this line. I get to skip all that. Bolts right in. Yeah, Fast Pass Plus. Such a good investment. You can do so much more. I've calculated that I've already saved 5 hours because of it. Look at him go. Alright, I went to the bathroom in the mountain. That's pretty cool. My next ride is Wonder Mountain's Guardian, but not for long. Now, there's one thing about this ride. There's kind of a spoiler. Aw, it's been closed all day so far. Oh, but they're testing it. Technical difficulties. I saw it up earlier. Now, there's one thing about this ride which is kind of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, go to this time mark. I know that there's a drop track on it, but I'm not sure where, so that's kind of making me nervous. So I'm glad I went to the bathroom first. Although, now, since it's closed, I can't ride anymore. Well, it's testing. That's good news, at least. Let me just see. Why are there so many hairbands on this shelter that shows the entrance for Thunder Run? What? Is this like a fun game to you people? I even see like a credit card or gift card over there. Oh, well, that's definitely a credit card over there. Well, what are you doing, people? Choo choo. Choo choo. Choo choo.
Welcome back, riders. We hope you enjoyed your ride on Thunder Run. You may have fastened your seatbelt at this time. Please maintain until the train comes to a complete stop at the station.
Not a partial stop. Because during a partial stop, I partially get up.
Okay, I just got off Thunder Run. That's my first power coaster, and it's kind of cool going through the mountains so fast, having no idea where you're going. It was alright. It's definitely a borderline family coaster, like an actual borderline family coaster, not just Gatekeeper at Sea Point. So you're in the middle of the mountain. So why is it called Thunder Run? It would be better, actually, to call it Mountain Run. Feels alright for what it is. While passing through the station between the first and second laps, I yelled as loud as I can, "Insert Thomas theme song here!" He goes, "Blue train? Come on. There's nothing scary about a blue train, is there?" Yeah, nothing at all. But not for long. But what annoyed me is that it didn't take fast lane. In fact, in order to complete my 100th credit, I have to go through at least one ride that does accept fast lane. I don't get it. Yes, it's the lower capacity ride, Bet and Fly, but that's when you'd want to use it, especially. And yeah, Thunder Run doesn't accept it either. I don't get it. I checked the apps. Fly is 40 minutes. Bat is 45 minutes. So let's head to Fly. That'll bring me to 5:40. Hopefully I can get some water, just a little bit of water, and then Leviathan. Finally, should be good. Just a little more waiting to do. said the wait would take 40 minutes, and I waited 30. I started a timer when I stopped walking and had to stay behind these folks, and I stopped it when my cart was dispatched. So, what did I think of Fly? It was alright. Standard wild mouse, nothing much to talk about. I waited half an hour for this. So, I like how it has Kinect's track as track. That's kind of cool. I used to love to play with Kinect's roller coasters. What I wish it would do is like, there's no theming here. There isn't any Fly theming except when you're at the station or the ride itself. They could have themed this to a kitchen and have like fly swatters that look like they're going to slap you in a second. I'll get my foot very good. And now, for the time I've been waiting for 6.5 hours. Yep, it's coming. My very first multiple of 100 coaster credits. Yes, every enthusiast wants a good coaster, or at least a funny coaster. So bad it's terrible. Look at you, El Toro Ryan. I thought Leviathan would be perfect, so I didn't ride it yet. I wanted to wait until I did some other credits too. And now I'm going to do like a mini marathon of it because other than that is just standard boomerang. Taxi Jam and Too Tall to Ride Without a Child. And One of Mom's Guardian is closed. So not much lost there. Afterwards, I heard some of the flat rides here are very good, so I will do 3 rides on Leviathan at least. Dinner, flat rides, maybe 1 more on Leviathan. Then I'll head back to Niagara Falls and tell my family about my day. I'm probably also going to text my parents soon just to say that everything is good. But not for long. Here it is. And it has like a 40-minute line, but that's actually fine with me because I have a fast pass. Sorry if you don't have a fast pass today. I did feel your pain with Fly and Ghoster Coaster. Silver Streak, I heard, is like 50 now. Oh, I'm glad I got that out of the way. Just so it's like an arc. Alright, I just got off my first ride on the Leviathan. The Leviathan. Definitely a meme name from Nexus. Solidly my favorite ride in the park, absolutely. The pictures here, let's take a look. 6D small poster. Oh wow, yeah, I like this. Why not buy the magnets? So what did I like about... Oh my god, these creatures are so cute. What did I like about Leviathan? Well, the drop seemed to last forever. Oh, we're in an arcade. That's cool. I'm going to get out here before I see a game that I want to play. Oh, this one. Don't play it. It's addictive. You're going to lose a lot of money. I played this at Ocean City. So, yeah, my favorite part was the drop. Very long drop. Very good positive and negative G's too. And there were times where I couldn't even keep my hands up because I felt so heavy on it. So I needed Panda Express instead of McDonald's. However, my fortune cookies always work. I feel like it's going to be one of those rides where the more I ride it, the more I like it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. They assigned me a row. I was like right here or somewhere here talking to some folks, and then a ride attendant asked any group of one, and they all pointed to me. So thanks to them, I got to skip the rest of the line and walk right on. So thank you to those folks. If you're watching this, you probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that drop tower. Yeah, so I'm gonna ride again. I don't think it's in my top 10, but definitely top 20. Alright, I got off Leviathan for the second time. One thing that I forgot to mention in my initial review is how tall the brake run is. That for the last decade, that has been such a huge joke among coaster enthusiasts. Like they couldn't fit just one more hill there. Although B&M has actually has a pretty good reason for that, because it puts less strain on the brakes, so they have to be repaired less, which I think is solid enough. And the fact that I didn't mention them after my initial ride just shows like they're basically irrelevant afterwards. The rest of the ride was a solid ride enough. I did the Triple J symbol when the photograph was taken. Hopefully that works out. I was able to help a little boy conquer his fear of riding the roller coaster while in the queue line here. And he rode it and he liked it. I really like the Leviathan. So let's try once more time. Hopefully I can get near the front. Then I'll have dinner. Oh well, now the fast lane queue is kind of full. I guess I'll try again a little bit later. Alright, so for dinner I went to Manchu Hook, fast and fresh Chinese cuisine. The meal plan was able to get me that, but a little problem happened. I forgot to tell them to skip my wristband, so I accidentally paid $22. And so to get refunded, the woman there said it would take half an hour to get her supervisor there, but someone else is able to figure out how to give me the refund and then charge me just for the drink. Apparently it's Bork's root beer. It's not a Barg's root beer. It's a Q, not a G, so that's kind of weird. I like Chinese food. Let's eat. Here's a bear. Here's a bear. You know what time it is. Oh. Derek did it better. The bumper card literally means ambulance. It's German for ambulance, or more specifically, sick wagon. That's a creative name for it. Oh hi, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I haven't been focusing on vlogging lately. I've just been focusing on just getting the things I need done. Let's see. After dinner, I went to the Skyflyer ride. I forgot what it's called, but there was like almost a 6-minute dispatch for a 3-minute ride. So I'm glad I rode it, but it was kind of the skim. Not that you have time skim, not money skim, of course, but. That rode Behemoth, and I heard Sledgehammer is very cool. Wait, first I rode Yukon Striker, then Sledgehammer, which is like a Skyflyer mixed with the Twirl mixed with the free fall. It was intense. Let me check here to see if there's anything worth buying. Then I went to Leviathan, of course, took my last ride on that, and I got the pictures for every ride. Well, every ride that provided photos, of course. Seems nice. Something else, yes. Had I known there's one of these here, yeah, the previous one only had 4 options. Oh, show me. Sweet cup. Oh, don't make me get another one. Don't make me get another one. I'll just drag myself out before I get it. Oh, jelly beans! Dang it! I have to get those. Alright, sorry about that. I just love jelly beans and powdered candy. Two of my favorite amusement park candies ever. I also got a polar bear. So what did I think of Canada's Wonderland? I loved it. It was fantastic. One of my favorite parks so far. I got to go on everything except Taxi Jam because I was too tall to ride without a kid. Bats because just stand boomerang. And Wonder Mountain's Guardian because it was closed for the day. Which is very sad, but I understand why. My main complaint with the park is that some rides didn't accept Fastlane Plus. You know, I paid a lot of money for this. Bat and Fly and a bunch of others didn't accept it. Like, I don't get it. Just build another queue line. Oh well, though. Oh, you don't get Fastlane Plus over there. There's one near Drop Tower where you can get it. Some rides were fantastic. Some were great. Others were not so great. Look at you, time fucking duck. There was one video I took at the Westport County Fair where I say this is just as good as Time Warp at Canada's Wonderland is not good. Which, if you turn on subtitles, I say this is just as good as Time Wrap at Canada's Wonderland is dog food. Well, that's an insult to dog food because I know I was being Canadian James over there, but yeah, that was a horrible ride. Like, holy frick. In terms of like discomfort, it was a little bit better than Time Fuck. Or in a text to Derek, I actually just called it Fuck. But because Time Fuck, you could just take your feet out of the things and just fall out. Bad ride as well as unsafe. Automatic bottom. So yeah, that kind of stinked. Let's see, I still have my water bottle, good. The Canadians must have been wondering why I didn't fill it up with maple syrup, but oh well. At least I have a polar bear now. But overall, I love Canada's Wonderland. It's such a beautiful park, especially in the front where you see the fountain, the mountain. The only thing that can make it better is if they played like grand orchestral music, like they did with King's Dominion. The biggest surprise was Behemoth being better than I expected. Well, as Theme Park Crazy said, you can never go wrong with a B&M Hyper, but you can easily go wrong with a Zamperla Volare. I'm later than I anticipated, so I better get to the outro soon, so I can meet up with my family. My mom and I are going to go up the Skylon Tower in Niagara Falls when I get back. We go home to Westport County tomorrow. We go back to England, my city. I get to talk to her about my day here. She's very interested. So let me put this down so I can find the car. All right, I'm back in the car. The app had a feature to help you find your car, which I find very useful. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Post your comments below on your thoughts on this video. And do me a favor and be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe. A shout out goes to all those who provided photos for this video. If you want to see one of your photos in one of my videos, check out the description for further instructions. If you'd like to go more in depth with Triple J725, like my Facebook page for interactive discussions and behind the scenes footage. You can also follow me on Twitter. Until next time, Coaster fans, until next time.
Come see one of North America's coaster icons, Wonderland. Join us at RideWarriorNation.com. Ride on.